Hello students, welcome to the lecture series of fluid mechanics. Myself Dhruv Patel. In last lecture, we have already discussed about Euler equation, Bernoulli equation and Venturi meter, and also derived equation of Venturi meter and solved example based on it. Clear? In today's lecture, we will learn about orifice meter and its application and examples. So what do you mean by orifice meter? So basically orifice meter is also an instrument which is used for measuring a discharge or flow rate, but it is cheaper than Venturi meter, right? It also works on Bernoulli's principle. So see in this sketch, orifice meter is here. This is our main pipe in which we have attached one orifice meter. So basically orifice meter is just circular flat plate which is in the shape of flange or any type of a plate or one circular hole between it. It consists of a flat circular plate which has circular sharp edge hole called orifice between it and which is concentric to the cylinder. So there is one hole which is called as orifice which is concentric to the our pipe, right? So that is called as orifice. So what is the basic difference between orifice meter and Venturi meter? So both are used for measuring discharge or rate of flow, but Venturi meter is somehow instrument which is costly than orifice meter, right? But accuracy of Venturi meter is higher than orifice meter. Now similar as Venturi meter, equation of orifice meter is same method. Q is equal to CD A1 A0 under root 2GH divided by A1 square minus A2 square. Here in this equation, A1 is equal to diameter of pipe and A0 that means diameter of orifice, right? So what do you mean by vena contracta? Now vena contracta is a region where the diameter of the stream is minimum and velocity is maximum. Let us see in this case, suppose fluid is flowing in this way, due to orifice meter it got distracted from its way, and here after some distance from orifice meter the area of the stream is will be a minimum. That distance or that area, that is known as vena contracta or orifice meter. Clear students? Okay, so let us understand some basic concepts about orifice meter. Yes, so in orifice meter you have to remember basically three coefficient. First of all, coefficient of contraction. So what do you mean by coefficient of contraction? It is generally denoted by CC. So what do you mean by coefficient of contraction? It is ratio of area of jet at vena contracta divided by area of the orifice. That means A0, area at vena contracta divided by A1, that means area of the orifice meter. Second one is coefficient of velocity. It is basically ratio of both velocities. So velocity at vena contracta divided by velocity of theoretical value. That means V0 for vena contracta we denoted at V0 and theoretical that means VTH. Now V0 divided by theoretical value of velocity, that means under root 2G H. You have already studied about velocity equation in 11th and 12th standard. So V theoretical is equal to under root 2G H. So coefficient of velocity, that means velocity V0 divided by under root 2GH. That is, there is another equation of CV also. That means CV is equal to X divided by under root 4Y H. Suppose in any type of example, they have given value of coordinates in X and Y direction, then only you have to use this equation. CV is equal to X divided by under root 4Y H. In this equation, X is equal to X direction coefficient, Y is equal to Y direction coefficient, and H is equal to head above the orifice meter. Now last coefficient is coefficient of discharge, that means CD. CD is equal to actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge. As you aware about it, in real life situation always actual discharge must be less than theoretical discharge. So here Q actual divided by Q theoretical, that is known as CD, right? So value of CD is always less than 1. Next one is you can also represent CD, coefficient of discharge, as CC into CV. So student, you have to remember all these three equations. Basically, coefficient of contraction, that means area at vena contracta divided by area of orifice. CV, that means velocity at vena contracta divided by velocity of orifice or theoretical velocity. CV can be also be represented by x divided by under root 4 by h, and last one CD is equal to Q actual divided by Q theoretical, or CD is equal to CC into CV. Clear? Now let us solve one example based on it. So here in given data, a sharp edge orifice with 5 centimeter diameter. So diameter of orifice D is equal to 5 centimeter. We have to convert it into SI unit. So 5 divided by 100, so 0.05 meter. In vertical side of tank, discharge of water level head is 5 meter. So head, that means capital H, is equal to 5 meter. CC, coefficient of contraction is given. CC is 0.62 and coefficient of velocity CV is also given. CV is 0.98. Determine diameter of jet at vena contracta. At vena contracta, that means D0. So D0, velocity of jet at vena contracta, velocity, that means V0, and discharge, that means Q. So we have to find these three data. So first of all, value of CC and CV are given. So let us use equation of CC. CC is equal to area of vena contracta divided by area of pipe. So pi by 4 D0 square divided by pi by 4 D square. Here in this equation, CC is given, pi by 4 D square. We can also find out. So by this method, we will find out value of D0. So first question is solved. D0 is find out 0.039 meter. Next, value of CV is also given. So let us use value of CV. So CV is equal to velocity at vena contracta divided by theoretical velocity. So CV is equal to V0 divided by under root 2G H. In this, CV is given, 2G and head H is also given. So we can find V0 by this method. V0 is equal to 9.70 meter per second. Clear? Now CC and CV both are given. So we can use CD is equal to CC into CV. So CD is equal to CC into CV. So CD is equal to 0.60. Now ideally CD is equal to actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge. So we have to find discharge. So Q is equal to actual discharge A0 V0. In venturimeter, we have taken discharge as A2 V2. But in orifice meter, we have to take discharge as A0 V0 because vena contracta is denoted by 0. So A0 V0 divided by Q. Here in this equation, we have to find out value of Q. So let us make Q as a subject. So Q is equal to A0 V0 divided by CD. Here A0 is already find out, V0 is already find out, and CD is already given. So Q is equal to 0.019 meter cube per second is our discharge value. Clear? So you have to use only three ratio equations CC, CV and CD for solving this example. Right? Let us move on next example. Yes. This is one practical setup data. So read the data carefully and understand the data. After that, you will only able to solve the example. So read the data carefully. Very first, the head of water over the orifice of diameter 7.5 centimeter. Here diameter is given, so orifice diameter is 7.5 centimeter, in meter 0.075. Head of the orifice is 7.5 meter. So head H is equal to 7.5 meter. The jet of water coming out from the orifice is collected in a tank having cross-sectional area 1 cross 1 meter. So let us assume one setup. Here is a one tank. Here is one orifice meter located at the bottom level of the tank, and below it one tank is located for the collection of the water from orifice meter. So area of that tank is 1 cross 1 meter. So cross sectional area of the tank is 1 cross 1 meter. In that tank, collecting tank, rise of the water level is 0.87 meter. So rise of the water level in collecting tank is 0.87 meter in 25 seconds. So in time is equal to 25 seconds. Coordinates of a points on jet measured from. So in orifice meter, one liquid is flowing to the collecting tank. So for that liquid, jet dimension is in x direction, horizontal x is equal to 3.75 meter, and in y direction 0.5 meter. Clear? So there is so much data. We have to find out value of CD, CV and CC. All the three coefficients we have to find out. So first of all, remember this: whenever they have given x and y, you have to use equation of CV first. CV is equal to x divided by under root 4y h. In this equation, x is given, 4 y is given, here h is given. So we can find value of CV is 0.96, right? Remember this: whenever they have given value of x and y, you have to be very clear that you have to use equation of CV at first. Now we have to find out CD and CC. So analysis the data. You have not any area regarding main pipe or regarding vena contracta, so you cannot measure CC at first. So you have to concentrate on CD. So what do you mean by CD? So CD is equal to actual discharge divided by theoretical discharge. So how can we measure actual discharge? So we have to measure actual discharge by practical setup. So let us assume here is one tank. From that, orifice meter is located at bottom. From orifice meter, one collecting tank is there. Water is collected at the collecting tank. So volume of the collecting tank, that means cross sectional area into rise of the water level. So cross sectional area will be in meter square and rise of the water level will be in meter. So our volume of that collecting tank will be 1 cross 1 into 0.87. So 0.87 meter cube. Now actually discharge is equal to volume divided by time. So volume 0.87 divided by time is equal to 25. So 0.0348 meter cube per second, that is our actual discharge, right? So in the equation of CD, actual discharge is available now. Now theoretical discharge. So theoretical equation is Q is equal to area into theoretical velocity. For area, orifice meter diameter is given, so pi by 4 d square into theoretical velocity, you have to remember under root 2g h. So pi by 4 diameter value 0.075, 2g is 9.81, h is given 7.5 meter. So theoretical discharge is available 0.0535 meter cube per second. If we put value of actual discharge and theoretical discharge here, so value of actual and theoretical discharge here, so we can find CD value. So CD is equal to 0.65. Clear, students? So both CV and CD is available now. We have to find CC. So basically relation between three coefficients, CD is equal to CC into CV. That means CD is given, CC is to be find out, and CV is already available. So CC is equal to 0.67. Clear? In this type of example, remember students, value of all coefficient must be less than 1, right? If you got any type of value greater than 1 for coefficient, check your example 1 again. And in this type of example, you have to assume suitable practical setup also. Then and then you have to able solve the example. Clear? Now let us understand some basic theory. It is time required to empty the tank from orifice meter at bottom. Clear? So as shown in this sketch, here is one rectangular tank. In that, orifice meter is located at bottom. Here let us understand some basic notations. Here capital A is equal to area of the whole tank. Small a is equal to area of the small orifice. H1 is equal to initial height of the water level. H2 is equal to final height of the water level, and capital T is equal to time required to empty the tank. Clear? So in this derivation, first we will find out volume by sketch, and then we will compare this volume by theoretical volume. So first of all, from the sketch, volume of a water living through this orifice from the sketch is equal to volume is equal to area of tank into small height. First we will do analysis of small height dh, then with the integration we will convert it into for whole tank. So from sketch, volume is equal to area of tank into small height. Here we put negative sign here because negative sign indicating that volume is decreasing with respect to time. Clear? So here one volume is available from the sketch. Let us find another volume by equation. So from equation, discharge is equal to CD into area into theoretical velocity. So for orifice meter, CD area is small a and velocity is under root 2g h. But we have to find out volume for comparison with equation number 1. So here discharge is equal to volume by time. So volume is equal to discharge into time. Clear? So here discharge CD A under root 2GH and time will be small d t. Remember this, up to now we analyze equation only for small height d h. That's why here we taken time as a small dt. Clear this? Now equation 1 is also volume from sketch and 2 is volume from theoretical data. So comparing equation 1 and 2, so we will get minus a into dh cd a under root 2g h into dt. We have to find value of time. So let us make dt as a subject. So this is our available equation. It is time required for small height dh. We have to find time required for empty the tank. So let us consider now fuel level will goes from h1 to h2. So integration of above equation will be done from h1 to h2. So integration of 0 to t time is equal to this side integration of initial level to final level. Clear? Now next integration of dt is equal to t is equal to area CD small area under root 2g is constant. So in integration h1 to h2 small h raised to minus 1 by 2 into dh. If we do integration of it, so small h by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 divided by minus 1 by 2 plus 1. If we put limit of integration into it, we will get t is equal to minus 2a under root h2 minus under root h1 divided by cd a under root 2g. Clear? Let us rearrange the equation. Here minus sign is taken at inside the bracket. So 2a under root h1 minus h2 divided by cd a under root 2g. This is time required to tank for level h1 to h2. But here we have to derive equation for completely empty the tank. For completely empty the tank, H2 level should be 0 because as shown in sketch, remember this? Yes, this H2 level will be 0 for completely empty the tank, right? So in that equation, let us take H2 is equal to 0 in above equation. So time T is equal to 2a under root h1 divided by cd a under root 2g. This is basically a time required to completely empty the tank from orifice meter at bottom.